destroys you.
Hey, Composing Gloves here, and I'm going to be doing the mixdown for the track we've been working on in this video. I was originally not going to do this because it'd be over headphones, and I prefer monitors. It's just personal preference, and I've decided to do it simply because some people are going to want to know. So I'm going to be doing that. I sort of explained the whole mixing deal before, so you're going to see me do stuff. You may disagree with what I'm doing. You may see more effective ways of what I'm doing. Sure, you can suggest them in the comments, but my workflow exists because that's what comes to me when I do it. That's really the most important thing. Efficiency is really important too, but if I could see the end and I see a way to get to there, then I'm probably just going to take that route. So you may see some things you disagree with. You may see me opening up a lot of plugins that you might be like, oh, the CPU low, da da da. Listen, if it gets me the sound I want, I don't care. So yeah. And so again, this isn't like the rules. I'm just going to show you what I do. This may be an enormously long video. A couple other things you should be aware of. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this when I edit it in post, if I'm going to have to blow up the audio to make it sound more reasonable for you. So it may not be a complete representation of what I'm doing here, but you'll still definitely hear the effects. And I'll keep the levels constant in post so that at least you'll have something consistent to reference against. But it may not be as clean as it is as I'm listening to it. And if my audio dies or whatever, then oh well. And then YouTube's going to get a hold of this and do additional things to the audio. So by the time you get it, it's been kind of mangled a little bit by the processes of editing and post and stuff. But that's part of the deal with the high quality WAV files is you get, you know, the original. You don't get anything that was touched by nothing else. So okay, so I'm just gonna mix away and start doing stuff. And again, if you disagree, you know, it's cool. You know, I'm not the authority on this. I'm just doing, you know, kind of what's worked for me based on what I know currently. Subject to change, but I can tell you right now, there are people that are gonna be throwing fits probably if they see this about my lack of using buses and the amount of compressors I use, and just they're gonna be like, what are you doing? And so I still. I'm in a position where I can make creative changes. I could do that all the way up till it's friggin' published. I can make creative changes. Even after it's published, I will make creative changes and then update crap. So like, there's really no limit. It's a very, very inconvenient though after you do that. And if you're doing a big deal, then you don't have that option. But in a track like this, where it's a personal track just for me, then I have the luxury of that. So yes. So I told you before, I'm going to start with this section. I have again, I don't know how long it's going to be. It could be a very long video. So if you think you know your stuff about mixing and whatever, then good for you. Skip the video, I guess. If not, then, so I'm just going to start sort of doing what I do. Now I monitor a little louder than I normally do just to compensate for it being so soft. But yeah. That way I just like having my headroom there, but I don't like being tricked by things just being softer than they're going to be in the final product either. So, and then I'll approach mastering, but I'm gonna tell you right now, my mastering stuff's pretty rough. So it depends on what I'm doing. So I'm not going to approach it in this video, I don't think. Maybe I will. Who knows? Usually mastering, you'd be kind of shocked at some of the stuff that goes on in those. Some people are like really serious about it. Other places are just like, yeah, I'll just send it through my stuff and then you're good to go. Like, honestly, it's just a matter of opinion. It's mostly perception these days, where there are differences with like dB and getting louder and different processes. There's all these like philosophy ideas, but because of the rise of the bedroom producer, a lot of these things, the standardization of what a professional sound is, has gotten kind of messed up just because of that result. Now, it's still definitely, there's still like, I know there are people who are really into this stuff that are gonna have really strong opinions towards what I just said. So, you know, voice yourself down below. I'm not against it. Like, I really like to hear everyone's point of view. So anyways, we're gonna start doing our thing, or my thing. And so anyways, there's gonna be a lot of listening, just so you know. So, and a lot of just small changes going back and forth, blah, 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 blah. hear this at all. Is it even important? Do I need it? You know, it's kind of there randomly. It's just an extra kick. Be there in the background. I don't know if it really makes that big a difference. Yeah, I can tell that it's there now. So things on average are heating up a little bit. Some people disagree with doing this too, but this thing is this going into a track? It's going into 41, huh? 41 it is. That's not my issue though. My issue is that it's this thing. It's a random drum loop. What'd be cool is if I did some sort of a, well, let's EQ it. Oh, you know what? The thing I chose, yeah, let's go to the effects specifically. And there's a second part. Is it this thing? So on the pads, it would be way more spacious if I panned them. Something that's not that crazy. So I want to automate the panning. No, maybe let's listen to how this. That's pretty cool. And it just opens up the space. And there's that one in the middle. I'm tempted to keep it right there just so that it sounds in the middle. Let's throw some sort of a delay. Let's throw the stereo shaper plugin on it. Where is it? Pattern 50, right? $25 and $40. I just panned 25, so 40 will be the one that gets the stereo delay. Let's EQ it too. I could do a separate sub. But it's already so low. I think it would just add rumble. So is there anything I'm missing in this section besides the scream, which I want to do at a separate point in time? I think I got everything. See how much, you don't get moments like that when you do it the other way around. Now the problem is it's gonna eat my headroom right there. And so my mix later, I won't be able to brick wall it necessarily. This is the beauty of dynamics though. You can have moments like that. So I gotta kind of find a compromise here if I wanna make this work. The reason they're popping out, I already know, is because I did not assign them to a mixer track. Oh, I signed that one though. And okay, so they've been assigned. I'm going to deal with this first section first. 44. This is a transient sound. Transient sounds mean when I compress them later, their character will change rather than the volume. So... or they'll just lose their transients, which could be bad too. Okay, that's 46. Let's add this guy in. Oh, this is all by itself. Oh, this is great. I can just max it out then. Right there, that's it. 45. Whatever. Okay, so let's hear how that sounds in context. What would be cool is if we panned this too. I like using my stereo field. Some people I feel don't use it like at all. On Pandora, oh my gosh, I hear mono mixes right away. I'm like, this is freaking mono. Like, I don't know if they did it in mono, but I doubt it. I doubt they did it all in mono because people accidentally do stereo things all the time. Like, not stereo, not true stereo, but you know, the fake stuff. What is it? Pseudo stereo. It's spelled with a P, so it throws me off. I want to go. That's cool. Okay, so we got up to that. Oh, I am missing an element. I'm missing the impact. How did I miss that? 37. Now this guy, this is going to make a big difference. That's unfair because my peak meter reads that first. So I'm going to need to go a little bit before to get a real honest opinion about how this is going to be. But I haven't mixed any of that stuff in yet. It's just going to come in. It's just going to come in randomly. So we'll just... That's pretty okay. I think it's reasonable for now. Later on, I may come back and visit it. I may just forget. We'll see. On the 45, it'd be cool if he's got louder as we got up there. what would be cool too is you can come into piano roll, or they put it down here now. Panning, channel panning. You start at the middle, down, do. See how much more room there is for our bass to breathe now? So much more room. Way better. So yes, yeah, it's just like, you have stuff going around, it's just better, especially on headphones. Now we have this over here, which is a little complicated because I believe it's still linked to the voice over here. 20. So what I'm gonna do is I'll have to mix this before I can actually mix that. So that's why that's silent right there. I was missing a section. I think this part is pretty solid. Let's go over to this pre-part now. Now this, okay, so I have an idea. This is gonna hit way harder if I play this softer. But then if it's an intro, I'm gonna suffer from someone's track being before me and being all loud, and then mine not being as loud. So I gotta be aware of that. I'm thinking though that this one would naturally start out loud because I have this whole atmosphere sort of idea at the beginning. So I don't know yet. But we have our voices, which are on 19, 23, and 20. So we'll bring up 19 first. Oh, I need to bring my vocal bus up. These are all going to the vocal bus, which is over here. I'm gonna just set that to nominal. Hit Control S, save my work.
Are taught to fear darkness, monsters, children are taught to fear.
Now I have on the vocal bus, I don't believe I showed you guys this, I have a de-esser. And one of the things I noticed last time, so the de-esser is basically, we've got bands that are off, like the compression is off, and then on the mid, it is compressing. And it just serves to take that spectrum. When it gets too loud, it turns it down, because I don't necessarily want that to go away, because there are other parts where I'm looking for the s and the ah, like the t, the sibilants. So I don't want those to be loud. So this is great for de-esser. Multi-band is like perfect for this. Whoops. And what I need to do though is I want to make this range just a smidge bit bigger, because I noticed when I pumped it, there was stuff that was just a little lower that I was having problems with.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the mirror. Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the mirror. Adults are trained, conditioned in fear. If it is beneath you.
So 19. Where's 20? 20. Oh, 20. If I'm going to do 20, I need it to accompanying vocoder channel, which is already going. But I need the carrier to come up with it.
Children are taught.
So you notice I automated the vocoder while I was being creative. I did some mixing. Now, I'm not necessarily going to undo this move, but I can control how dynamic this move is by controlling the volume of these two. Which, it's going to vary. What's interesting...
Children are taught to fear.
See, that's weird when you do one louder than the other.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the mirror. Adults are trained, conditioned in fear. If children are taught to fear.
Now, I believe on one of these, no, I didn't do it. I'm thinking about stereo imaging the vocoder.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters.
Something I noticed right away is because I recorded this in a room, I'm probably got resonance frequencies hanging around that are eating headroom.
Children are taught to fear.
So I'm gonna really quick hunt for a couple of those.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the mirror. Adults are trained, conditioned in fear.
Got one. That's a big one. I'm bringing it down like 12 dB.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the mirror. Adults are trained, conditioned in fear.
That one too. Maybe I'll just make that band bigger. I don't know. I'm just gonna bring them both down.
Children are taught to fear darkness,
It sounds, I hear like there's one more hanging around somewhere in here. I want to catch it.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the mirror. Adults are trained, conditioned in fear. Children are taught to fear.
I feel like that's one. Not a very severe one, though. Okay. If you don't know
Children are taught to fear.
some of the philosophy behind this, it's when you record in a room, you're going to get standing waves in your room unless you're recording in a dope studio, because things are just going to add up. So those particular frequencies are going to be louder than the others. You're going to usually just eat headroom and make it more difficult to mix and all these things. So usually there's only a couple though, because parallel surfaces create it. So you can usually find just a few and you can substantially reduce your headroom. It's sort of the same process, very similar to eliminating feedback in a live situation. But you guys, if you're watching this, you probably don't know. You probably haven't ever done something like that. So it's not a super big deal. But that's what I was doing right there. It's very common sort of EQ technique.
Children are taught to fear. Children are taught to fear. Children are taught to fear.
What I want to do is I'm going to automate this stereo effect to turn off over time. I was saying, why would you do that? I don't know. It'd be interesting. So
Children
Yeah.
are taught to fear darkness.
I'm going to check 2019.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters.
This is the low one.
blackness in the mirror. Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness.
This one I definitely want to be mono, and I've stereo shaped it. I don't know what I was thinking.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the mirror.
You immediately notice it's substantially louder. Now this loud end, I don't want the rumbly stuff. So I'm gonna take out like 50 hertz and below. Generally, the speech actually, most of the powerful frequencies, I believe it's like 500 hertz, maybe as low as 80 hertz in some cases. It's like crazy. I was reading about the voice earlier and learning all this stuff, but it's really interesting how this works. So I pitched it down. So I'm gonna create rumble and it won't be very intelligible. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring up my sibilance a little bit, bring up the high end a little bit on this one.
Children are taught to
But I want to cut out the very high end because I recorded this in a room and this could just be messy. So I'm going to change the order, the type to a high shelf. I'll just bring it down.
Children are taught to fear darkness.
One thing to notice is that the EQ here, there's 20K up here, right? But 10K is like right there. This EQ is a little funny, and other EQs, it'll be like this huge area. So they're doing you a favor though. If you've ever listened to 16K by itself, it's not a very pleasant sound, and it's usually pretty darn soft. So, and if you can hear it, it's just piercing. So it's not pleasant to have there anyway. So I don't blame the EQ at all for this.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the mirror. Adults are trained, conditioned in fear. If it is beneath you, then steer clear. What lies beneath, they say, you think, will destroy you. Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the mirror.
I need some water. So yeah. Interesting deal, right? I think we got a cool voice going. Okay, so the vocoder has been taken care of. That's in this part. It's just that. So let's focus on now. 18 I use as a bus essentially for a crap ton of stuff. It says Symbols Atmos, but I send several things to 18. So I want to set this one wisely, because I don't want to necessarily go through and reset it a bunch of times to reach different thing or automate crap. I want to just be able to set it and leave it there, because I automate the volume on the individual pieces. So I got to treat this more as a bus than anything. This is something that if I send this project file to someone, they'd be so darn confused. They'd be like, what the junk's going on here? Let's go a little bit before.
Condition and fear. If it is condition and fear. If it is
No, I am going to automate the panning, but I'm going to make sure that it ends and begins at the 0 point. So later in the track, if I decide to do another automation, it won't matter too much. I'm gonna bring it down. I want something like this. Because it sounds like it should move, you know, it sounds like it should be in the space, but I don't want to make this channel stereo. I just don't want to do that.
Condition and fear. Train, condition and fear. Condition and fear. Condition and fear.
I like that move more. It sounds like it went behind me, kind of. Interesting deal. Okay, so we have some kicks here. And these kicks are from earlier, and they've already been sidechained to some stuff. I do not want to make these kicks sidechain my voice, really, because my voice is the main feature. I'm okay with them being sort of buried here. They're just sort of, ooh, like someone's punching you in the chest sort of deal. Now 40 and 41, 42, are those the MIDI channels? Oh no, that's the live bass. So I've got a live bass going on here, which is a pretty big thing too. Let's get that figured out, sorted away.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the mirror. Adults are trained. Children are.
This is one that I will probably need to compress to just combine, to take down, to keep it simple. So I'm going to turn the compression off on the bands. Actually, you know what? I might just turn all the compression off except on the low band, and then just compress the low band a little bit with a soft. I'm going to limit it too.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the mirror. Adults are trained. Children are taught to fear darkness.
I love how it shows you the reduction you've done. So beautiful.
Children are taught to fear darkness.
All right, I lied. I'm going to compress the mids separately too. But if I'm going to do that, then I need to solo some of these things.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness. Children are taught to fear.
I want the mids to be sort of this narrow thing. Oh, I want it to be on and on.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the mirror. Adults are trained, conditioned in fear. If it is beneath you, then steer. Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the mirror. Adults are trained, conditioned in fear.
It's starting way on my left side. It feels a little funny though. So I feel like I want to start more in the middle and then come down. Like my color coordination, very, very color coordinated. Look at all these colors. That's how you know I'm coordinated. There's just colors everywhere. Do I know what they mean? Well, I mean, no, but there's colors. This is one of my favorite things.
Trained, conditioned in fear. If it is beneath you, it's trained, conditioned in fear. If it is beneath you, then steer clear. What lies beneath, they say, you think, will destroy you. Children are taught to
Okay, so there's this part right here.
clear. What lies beneath, they say, you think.
I have some, it gets pretty loud right there. And if I were to do this later, it's going to cause issues when I master it. So I want to sort of deal with it now. It could be fixed simply by just throwing a compressor on the vocal bus, which is not isn't not a terrible idea. I'm gonna just do the whole thing though. It would be, yeah, I'm gonna do the whole all of them. Oh, I wanted the compression off, not the. Just some light compression, like a 3 dB. What am I at? This isn't 3 dB. This is dB, whatever, 4 dB. I'll make the softer. This is like a weird sort of a pseudo hard knee.
What lies beneath, they say, will destroy you. If it is beneath you, then steer clear. What lies beneath, they say, will destroy you.
So you see, it's really light compression. Like you see it barely reducing some of these tips. So It's not like the biggest thing in the world. But if it gets up there, I'm gonna compress it. Super subtle move. Like, I don't know. Maybe you guys disagree with that idea. Let's mix the it's like one of my favorite things. 30. Now this one's also a bust. It's mostly just gonna be a level set on this one though. I don't feel like I need to do too much to it.
Will destroy you. Children will destroy you. Children
There's that little click right there that's sort of wrecking my moments. So I'm gonna.
Will destroy you.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave him. I mean, I feel like I could do more. This has already been mixed in. So on this one, I feel like it's a little hot though. And the volume, let's see, 51 percussion, 1 shot, wave 2 channel volume. I have 2 volume automations going here. What the heck's going on? I'm unsure of what the deal is. I'm gonna mute one.
Will destroy you.
Yeah. See, you just find weird stuff that you did, you forgot you did it.
Will destroy you.
Now I could sort of better judge this thing.
Will destroy you. Will destroy you.
This is going to 18, so that's already been mixed in. Let's bring it
Will
in.
destroy you.
I could whip it, but if I whip it, I want it to be more of a whip. So like this. Maybe something like that. Really, really whippy.
Will destroy you.
Nah, just a bigger...
Will destroy you. Will destroy you.
The scream comes in a little suddenly.
Will destroy you. Will destroy you.
I don't know. That's just something for me listening to. I can tell those ones. I've just listened to it too much right now. So that's pretty okay. I like the transition, sort of. Sort of. That's not a good thing when you say sort of like that.
Will destroy you.
Okay, so the bass sound design, it still bugs me. So let's just go in here and see if I can finagle out some bass stuff. Maybe it's just too low. Let's just try some simple stuff to sort of try and solve this problem, which would be let's raise it to 0. Oh, I'm messing with. Oh, I forgot. Wub 2, is this fast? Is Dark Wub 2 is on 26 as well. Why is it not loud? Oh, it's because of the volume thing. Okay, that's the sound I'm messing with. I kind of like that more. And where's the other one? missing 19. That is the sub. Let's mix the sub in. I don't believe I have that in yet. So I can hear the sub really clearly. I don't know if you can, but I can. Let's find a spot where the sub is a little more prevalent. More subbiness going on. Did I remove the sub for the most part? I think I just removed the sub for the most part. Honestly, it doesn't exist too much because I settled on such a low sound. I think it's fine right where it's at though. This is 13. Let's mix our hi-hats in. Da na 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 na. Just unnecessary stuff down there, so.
Here, if it is beneath you, then steer clear. What lies beneath, they say, you think, will destroy you.
So we got some cool stuff going on. It definitely has way more space now. This, I can tell you right now, that's not got a thingy on it. So that's cool. It's really cool what happened right there. So. After listening to it, I have determined that it is out of time a little bit. Just a smidge. So it's on 13, it's my hi-hats. So let's come in here. What's our timing at? It's at 3. What I want to do to fix it up, see if Pongo, nope, it's a terrible idea. It's off a little bit because I've let it go on like that. So I'm going to just select all of these. And they're all off by the same amount, which is sort of convenient. And I'm going to move them. I said I'm going to move them. Whoa, oh, I was holding down the Windows key. That's why it wasn't working. I'm going to move them. There we go. Like that. Maybe a little bit more. And move them up. They should be fine now. And I don't like that one there. So we'll get rid of that one. See, you can hear these little things now that you couldn't hear before, which is one reason why I'm totally for mixing it this way. Look at it, and it just looks crazier. There's an element to like, oh, look at it, I'm doing stuff. That's kind of gratifying. Yes. This guy. Wonder how loud this, not him is. How loud are you? Velocity. I want to do it here because I don't want to change it anywhere else because it's a global setting. Let me move this up. I'm okay with that for now. We'll see if I stick with it. And now we can look at fear a little more objectively. Yeah, that's good. Okay, these are off, which you know what that means. All of these are off too. Luckily, I put them all in a nice row like that. I think they're up here too. Dang it. There's a couple up there. I'll get to those later. Okay, so we'll do the same thing to these. And move them up. So now they're in time. And we'll do the same thing. That piano is totally not going to a mixer track that I muted. I don't remember bringing the piano up. Okay, save that. All right, so back to the beginning.
Children are taught to fear.
Yeah, that is quite dramatic now. Big hit. Yeah, no joke. So, okay, let's send that there. Cool. And
Children.
pad 2. There should be stuff coming out of pad 2. Oh, it's intro pads on 24. 24 is a special deal. I haven't mixed 24 yet.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness. Children are taught to fear darkness.
This just screams automate the panning. That's what that screams. So I'm gonna do it. I will do something like this. Maybe big motions that kind of match what it's doing. So let's listen.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness. Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness. Children are taught.
That's a little extreme.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters.
That's cool. That's so cool. 31. Let's mix 31 in. Missing my strings.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness. Children are taught to fear darkness.
I could just record that as a loop and play it in like a haunted house or something. Sell it to a haunted house. I want royalties. I want 5 cents every time you play it. Okay, big hit. Let's move it in.
Children are taught to fear darkness. Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, black. Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, black. Children are taught.
Now these, I'm going to compress them. Oh, I'm going to EQ them too. Let's EQ them first. I want to hear these immediately. I don't want to sit here playing the weight game.
Taught to fear. Taught to fear. Taught to fear. Taught to fear.
I feel like these,
Taught.
I'm saying pot. I'm selling marijuana. You want some? Okay, steep. Just that low stuff. That's just a habit I have. I know, like if you've ever listened to it by itself, you know it's just rumble. People think, oh, I want bass, and they go down there and they do that. It's like, that's not the bass, dude. That's just rumble. It's lower than bass.
Taught to fear. Taught to fear.
Kind of happy with that. Kind of happy. Can be totally happy with a compressor. And I am going to leave the lows. I feel like it's the mids and highs that are giving me issues here. I want the lows compression off. On, and then it's not the highs. It's the mids. It's the mids that are doing this. So I want to just do something like that. Just something small, not a lot. Just take the peaks down a little.
Darkness, monsters.
It's already got panning on it. So that was something that it hit me while I was making it. No pun intended. And so I did that. So I don't need to worry about that. Now, 42. 42 is the live bass. Already did that. Intro hit. Already did that. Okay. I think it's good there.
Darkness, monsters, blackness. Darkness.
Now these guys are going to 33. I'm going to just turn 33 up. They're little, so I don't need to have them too loud. 33. Now this sounds very mono. These things sound like they should be like, you know, all around you. So we're just gonna do some panning. And I am going to, some people use different line types, but I feel like this is a little more controlled.
It is beneath you. Stand still.
I believe this is unique. Let me make sure it's unique. Let me click make unique. So I want to turn the volume up on this guy just a little bit more. You want to reduce that. No, I didn't make it unique as a sample. Whatever. Put it back at 500.
Stand steer clear. It is beneath. Stand steer clear.
Okay, so it just that little volume though, you hear how it came out more because that magic of headroom. So
It is beneath you.
let's check. I want to make sure I've got all my pads in. So we got 24, did that, 25, did that. Okay, we're good to go. Anything else in here? The hits, the big hits are all on the same channel, and I didn't use any of that. There is this thing, which is not on a channel, but it's it's already reasonably there. So I'm not gonna let's listen to that specifically.
It is beneath you. Stand steer clear. Steer clear. Steer clear.
Yeah, that fit. That volume. I'm not. It's done. Like I don't need to worry too much about that. Now these are on 32. These are my brass samples. Let's bring those in.
Steer clear. Darkness. It is beneath you. Stand steer clear. Darkness. It is beneath.
I like how it's just a little thing. It's kind of obvious that it's brass, so I'm not so excited about that. 28. I have that intro hit that I didn't mix. This is like the first thing that hits you. Like you push play and bang, it goes.
Children are taught. Children are taught. Children are taught. Children are taught to fear.
I've got a reverb on there, which is a good move. I agree with that. I'm gonna hit Control S because I haven't hit it in a while.
Children are taught to fear. Darkness. Monsters. Children are
Probably gonna bring down this a little bit. I want to be, if anything, I don't want to really boost anything.
children are taught to fear. Darkness.
It's already really close to what I want. In fact, it's pretty much what I want. So I think we've got everything. We did 18. Oh yeah. Okay, Scream. I think we're mixed up to this point here. This is going to be an adventure, but we've already mixed quite a bit of that, so it shouldn't be too crazy.
Children are taught to fear. Darkness. Monsters. Blackness. Fear. Darkness. It is beneath you. Stand steer clear. Children are taught to fear. Darkness. Monsters. Blackness in the mirror. Adults are trained, conditioned in fear. If it is beneath you, then steer clear. What lies beneath, they say, you think, will destroy you.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it back down an octave. I think I did earlier. It's not working. Also, this part right here is too loud. When I compress the track as a whole, it's gonna be brought down anyways.
What lies beneath?
What I'm gonna do is simply increase my vocal bus a little bit, make it a little bit more extreme.
What lies beneath, they say. What lies beneath, they say.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay. Now, just to give you like a comparison. So here is without compression.
Children are taught to fear.
And so here's with compression.
Children are taught to fear.
You see, it's just controlled a little bit more. Now, on the de-esser, How do you even widen it a little bit more?
Children are taught to fear darkness.
Because some of that lower tot and stuff, the lower stuff pops out still. And that stuff that could be dealt with individual band instead of the whole deal. So, okay, now we've already done this. Over here, I have mixed 39, have I? I have. It is in there. Okay, let's see here. Pad panning, I have not done for the whole thing. What I'm going to do, you know what? Yeah, let's do variation. I don't want my panning to be the same throughout the whole thing. I don't want to like clone it for this part anyways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go up to this point. I'm going to mix this part now. Let's mix this part. You want to mix that part? Me too. Sounds like a good idea. I like that. You know, that kind of a thing. That thing's funny. It's just like a horse is dying or something. Okay. Yeah. You know what I want to try? This would be a bad idea, but I have a layer kick, right? Which in my kick pattern, what is, let's see, what's going on here? I want to try something. I think in theory it should work. So I'm going to go to my channel number 2, and I'm going to right click sidechain to this track. Now my question to you is, when I sidechain it, does it then, because it's being coming into this track, does that signal, because it's just sending the signal of the kick instead of the audio of the kick, does that get sent to all my other sidechains, thus making my sidechain more impactful? I'm going to listen and see if there's any noticeable difference. I think I hear a difference. You know, it's one of those things where I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I hear a difference, but psychologically I think one's there. I'm pretty sure there is one. I don't know. Maybe there isn't one. I'm going crazy. But that's just an interesting thing. If you guys I'm curious to see what you think. Is there a difference? Is there a big difference on this? Now, do I have anything on channel 4 at all? No, I don't. Those days when you figure out nothing is on channel 4. Okay. Nah, I'm pretty sure there's I'm pretty confident there is one. All right, I am reaching the yellow here a little bit, so I'm a little about that, but we'll see how it turns out.
Fear, darkness, monsters.
Okay, cool with that. Now, just got this last part. Let's do it. See, it's just a lot of listening. I told you it's gonna be a lot of listening.
Adults are trained, conditioned, fear. Adults are trained, conditioned, fear. Adults are trained, conditioned.
I should have mixed to -9. Oh well. Oh well. That is brutal right there. That's because this is on 10 and 10 is up. Okay. Do I have something that's not on there? Kick 2. That's what's hitting. That's what's hitting mega hard. There's a whoosh that is certainly not, yeah, there's the whoosh. The whoosh. Maybe one day I'll try just mixing a full mix, just pumping out the and leaving everything soft, but having those random loud moments. I feel like, because those moments are kind of cool. But I know in the end, when I get to the mastering stage, they're going to be a super big problem. See, like, that's cool, but it's just, it's not my cards for some of the things I want to do. On impact, it's 48. 48, 48, 48, 48, 48. Do is it's pretty much. I know I already mixed it, so let's just leave that alone. It's on 11. Do I have 11 up? No, 11 is still down. Let's bring 11 up. Oh, and these. Look at these. I didn't doctor these. Doctor, we need your help. Yes, patient. I'm on my way. Saved. He's gonna make a miraculous recovery. Okay, so right here, let's listen to this. This sounds special. And then on this one over here, this is like some crazy jazz. So hit Control L, send it to a thing. Are these all their own thing? Man, what was I thinking? What was I thinking when I did this? This is actually kind of a good idea though, because I want to take all these and control click them. Yeah, control click them to this channel. Then I want to reverb them. They all are still going out their own thing. There. now notice that I have like 3 things for the... Oh no, this is the sub, isn't it? That's the sub. Sub. Okay, cool. Big distorted saw. This is one that I have not mixed yet. 17. I want to ram it hard. Sort of an unorthodox mixing move. This is cool. It's not there because it comes that it comes from the reverb. Okay, so here we've got 9. Let's turn it up 9. $51. Okay, I'm gonna call that pretty okay for now. These haven't been sent anywhere, but they're kind of where they need to be anyways. I mean, I'm gonna let it just eat spectrum. I literally don't need to worry very much about those things eating spectrum. These things can actually afford to be a little offbeat, but I'll move them up just to be a little more consistent. And the piano, which is not going anywhere right now. So we're going to stick that there just right now. Right freaking now. What would be way cool is if I pan the piano to match those moves. That would be freaking cool. Okay, that's kind of cool. Let's do it again. Okay, I believe I add a new pad layer in here somewhere too. 24, oh, the intro pad just comes back in. And on layer 3, 25, 24, okay, those are good. Okay, so I'm gonna call that good. Let's come over here. Look at these.
Children taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the air. Adults are trained, conditioned, fear. If it is beneath you, then steer clear. Conditioned, fear. If it is beneath you, then steer clear. What lies beneath, they say, will destroy you. Children taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the air. Adults are trained, conditioned, fear. If it is beneath you, then steer clear. What lies beneath, they say, will destroy. Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the air. Adults are trained, conditioned, fear. If it is beneath you, then steer clear. What lies beneath, they say, will destroy you. Children are taught to fear.
That's a very specific stereo image I want.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the air. Adults are trained, conditioned, fear. If it is beneath you, then steer clear. What lies beneath, they say, will destroy you. Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the air. Adults are trained, conditioned, fear. If it is beneath you, then steer clear. What lies beneath, they say. Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the air. Adults are trained, conditioned, fear. If it is beneath.
You can tell that there was some processing done on this already because the high end already looks substantially reduced. Like, look at it, it starts right there. They don't have stuff above really like 15K, it looks like, which is kind of interesting. So they did something. I don't know. And oh, well, wait, pause. No, wait, yeah, no, because I'm not doing anything really before it. Okay, interesting observation.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the air.
I think this could be like soft.
Children are taught to fear. If it is beneath you, then steer clear. What lies beneath, they say, will destroy you. Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the air. Adults are trained, conditioned, fear. If it is beneath you, then steer clear. What lies beneath, they say.
There's a rise right here that happens that I think I'm gonna leave to be compressed in the master. It is a rise of low frequency right there. I can tell you that. It is, I think it comes from this thing, just getting out obnoxious.
What lies beneath.
Or it might be just the live bass. So you know what? Maybe here, let's deal with it here. Keep it uniform. Let's go to the live bass. On Maximus, not hardcore. None. That'd be a terrible idea. Okay. The live bass, I'm gonna turn the low the low compression's already on. I'm gonna make it a little more severe. Seems to have taken care of some of the problem. It's part of it's just the amount of stuff happening here. But let's see. Let's see how it affects the rest of the track, you know? So those I have, whatever. Those I have these little mixing moves from over here. Add those. Whoa, what's going on here? I'm getting rid of that. Oh, this is from the first loop that I made in this thing. I'm getting rid of the bongos. I like it. That's kind of cool. I like that. It's just I didn't like the reversal thing or the bongos. So whoa, that's scary. Control S just so save your work. Okay, so that sounds cool. Moving on. Now these didn't. Oh no, they're in 11. They have been properly. I have dealt with those. I have dealt with the category. As a loop, though. Turn down a little bit. Now that I haven't mixed yet. This is the resample one, which is, I believe, this guy. This guy is he being mixed with the kick? He's being mixed with the kick.
Adults are trained, conditioned in fear.
Now this guy is a separate thing from the first guy. Let's see what track you're on. You're on 6. Okay, so this is going to be a big part of what I'm doing. Okay, so the big question is, how is this going to interface with my kick? It's just going to bury everything. So, okay, what I'm going to do is also... Whoa, Fruity Peak controller, dude, bro. We're gonna use a Fruity limiter. Gonna compress, Rick the kick. Just a sec. I have an agreement with people in my house. They can text me while I'm recording. So. Or in the house. It's not my house. It's my parents' house. That way they don't walk in and interrupt me. So. I need another one of these for and you know what? What else can help this? Just a simple EQ. I'm going to use a variety of methods. The EQ is going to be a little light though. See, just super light EQ. I don't need one more limiter. I control this a lot if you've noticed. I try to remember to. Okay, so the snare, I'm going to use both the snares for this. So this one I'm going to send to Big Rip, and the other snare layer, which is like on 10, I'm also going to send to Big Rip. So yeah. What also would help this is if I want to copy the piano part, the piano panning. This part. Bells are on 14, 15. So let's bring some bells. Bring some bells into this. Why do I not hear any bells? The bell bus is down. Okay. All right, here we go. Rookie mistake, right? Nah, that's a pro mistake. Everyone has those moments. That's interesting. It solos everything it's going into as well. Didn't know that was an option. Let's Hey, look at that. That confirms what I thought. If you signal something into it, then it will go. Look at. Oh yeah, it does. Oh, it does. Look at that. That's cool. That's cool to me. I'm gonna add another kick though. Wow, this is cool. I didn't know the mixer did this. I'm not sure I like it, but it's cool that it does it. Cool. So I'm gonna go to the Big Rip and add another limiter, and limit it again with the with the last kick, which should be my shadow kick, whichever one has the word shadow in it. Shadow. So I'm really giving this bass a beating, but I feel like it can take it. but it's just far too loud. No pun intended. Okay, this one and then this one. I notice I have a stereo bass bus here that I'm not using right now, so I should be wary of that. What goes into my stereo bass? My basses do. This could be interesting, turning this up. Let's go to the basses. Now you need to sort of pay attention to what faders are and up. That's kind of cool how like the mixer looks like it ran over here, wah, and then came back. Okay, so this adds side stuff to it, a sort of a stereo image, which I feel like it's helping, but I want to be careful because it may mess up some of my drum mixing that I did. So for this one, as it comes out here, I'm going to EQ this a little differently to make room for other stuff. So mostly for the drums. So the drums are going to have a lot of mids. This is just, it's going to be side fill stuff. So mostly just take out pretty much a big hole. The kicks are going to exist around here. You could really get like, oh yeah, put this here with this frequency and that. But honestly, it just comes down to what it sounds like. I like that a lot. That's a good mix. That's a good mixing move, in my opinion. So let's come over here. This part's fine. I don't see an issue with it. If there is an issue, it would be that it's not got the biggest stereo image here. And I feel like I could have a bigger stereo image there. You know what would be interesting is if we took these and also put them in the stereo bus, the stereo bass bus. It's not shift. I know it's not control. Is it alt? Will alt add an input? No. I'll do it the old fashioned way. I just click. Route to this track. Did that do it for both of them? It did. And then to finish it off. The reverb ending, 35. Oh, and this must be the higher voice.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the mirror. Adults are trained, conditioned in fear. If it is beneath you, then steer clear. What lies beneath, they say, you think, will destroy you.
What would be cool is if right here, where's that? If we just automate the volume straight down.
Children are destroyed.
That's I like that. Maybe you don't like it. I gotta hear it in context, like at the very end, see if it's something that I dig. Okay, oh, now there's some elements. Yeah, we addressed those. Okay, I believe we have touched everything. Okay, wait. So we got this 38. Shadow kick deal going on. What's 38? It may be in my audio files, which is why I didn't see it. 39? Please tell me I didn't just change something. I changed it back. Okay, be careful where you scroll. 38, 38, 38, 38, 38. I know it's got to be on here. No. Is there a spot where I have 38 doing anything? Let's try over here. Okay, let's try over here. Okay, try. No, okay, try over here. No. Oh, those aren't being mixed. I didn't mix those. They're not going to anything. They didn't bother me when I was mixing, so I don't care. Here, shadow kick. Shadow kick. Control, that's why I'm at it. Shadow kick, shadow kick. I'm going to determine that whatever was in 38 is no longer either in 38 or important. Maybe I moved it or something. So yeah, and the rest of that. Now let's go. And then this snare channel 4 is the default snare channel. And I guess I didn't use that either. Okay. One other thing. That part there bothers me that I didn't catch that.
Adults are trained, conditioned.
Listening to it there bothers me. Let's listen to it in the entire, well, let's listen to it from some sort of a reference point from like here. No, get out of there. Maybe not get out of there, but like, maybe just. Where's that hit? You know what? Maybe what instead I'll do is on the high loops, just either turn this down a lot. I'm okay with it being this little thing in the background. I'm okay with that. So that's okay. Okay, so let's listen to it as a whole, right? Let's see if there's anything that sort of just jumps out at us. It says, why am I here? That kind of a thing. But for the most part, I don't know. It's pretty solid. We do go in the yellow, which is sort of undesirable. But this is pretty mixed. This is a more complicated track, so the mixing's a lot more involved than some other things that I've seen. So we got a mess. We didn't do very much automation. We did a lot of automating, panning, and doing some spatial mixing. But I think we have things pretty well accounted for. Let's give it a listen.
Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness. Darkness. If it is beneath you, then steer clear. Children are taught to fear darkness, monsters, blackness in the mirror. Adults are trained, conditioned in fear. If it is beneath you, then steer clear. What lies beneath, they say, you think, will destroy you.
Okay, a couple things bothered me right there. This, I felt like this could keep going out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit Control L. I'm gonna route it to channel 18 exclusively. So I'm gonna hold down Control and route it to 18. So it's still going through there, but on this, I'm going to add another delay. This time it's just gonna be a simple delay. Turn the feedback up a little bit. Oh, and this should be at nominal. Yeah. Which you alt click set to nominal because the level mixing's already been done on the other channel. I want the delay here to turn on over time and just get the sprinkly stuff. Control S. One other thing that I think would be kind of cool is if I had an element that very slowly like led up to it. And I'm thinking of just stealing one of these and putting it right there. It's just something that I feel like this, the way the piano comes is, oh, you know what we could do? Here, let's do something fancy. Let's take this piano note, unsorted. Okay, so it's on channel 59, right? So we're gonna go to 59 and we're gonna add a reverb, a really big reverb. Just like so much reverb. Oh yes. I'm gonna copy this and just create a new pattern so that I don't interfere with anything that I've done. And I'm gonna come over here, make like some, like maybe 8 measures long, put my reverb. So go to 53, I've copied it so I can safely delete stuff. Okay, and I'm gonna go to my reverb that I have. Make it very reverby, long decay time. We'll make it 6 seconds, 6.1 seconds. It's exactly what I want. So now it sounds, hey buddy, it's cause what? Why are you not loud? You should be loud. Did I solo something? It says volume's coming out. I've made a silly mistake somewhere. I don't understand. Do I have a volume automation somewhere? Ah, it is a volume automation. Okay, so let's do this. So this volume automation, I want to make this unique. And just delete it. Okay, so now that that's been solved. Whoops. So we're going to record it. It's going to be 8 measures long. And we're going to go to our Edison, which is conveniently placed right here. We're going to record this on play. And okay, cool. So we have this now. It's got a clip. Ah, gosh, dang it. It's got a freaking clip on it. We'll record it like this. Start here. That way we can annihilate this clip. Okay, so we're going to hit play, record. Okay, cool. And look at that. It's even, now we can even do this thing. We select just that. Control C, Control A, Control D, Control V, do. Now we go on to our piano. See, I didn't hear a click, but look it's total. There's a click right there. I don't know what that's about. Okay, piano, turn the reverb off because that's not on our original piano. Delete this and come over to where our piano is introduced, which is after this drop. No, it's before this drop. And right about here, I'm going to go. you have any questions, again, let me know. Subscribe and have a blessed day. So it's a pretty simple bell sound. Now, of course, you can do this with a sine wave exceptionally easy and add a few harmonics. So let's talk about how to make this real fast. So, okay, that's what we start off with. And it's a little intimidating to think, now I got to get to that bell texture if you've never done it before. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add a bandpass filter to...